Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 13th Xilin Latern Festival Performance Gala, produced by the Chicago Huaxing Arts Group. Many of my Chinese friends have been asking me, given that the Latern Festival this year was on March the 2nd, why on earth are you celebrating it on April the 28th? Well, that's a good question. My answer to them was that March the 2nd was the time you guys in China celebrated, but don't you realize that there's a time difference between China and the United States? And April the 28th is the time we celebrated here in Chicago. Actually, the real reason is that there have been so many great events during the Chinese New Year celebration period, and we do not want to compete with them. Now it's time to keep that fun momentum for another great show. For Faye and me, the different level of professionalism in our MC work can be easily assessed by our height. That is why we have decided that unless absolutely necessary, we would give our program introductions individually. As everyone knows, the Latern Festival is traditionally the end of the Chinese New Year celebration. Of course, this year, due to the time difference, we had an extended Chinese New Year period. Hey, my kids love it. In fact, they started to ask me, hey, Dad, shall we have a 3-month anniversary for the Chinese New Year? I guess the answer is yes. 刚才咱们大家看到的精彩的功夫表演，是由陈阳校长率领的伊州少林功夫学院的学生们。The Kung Fu program we just saw was performed by the Illinois Shaolin Kung Fu Academy, led by Master Chen Yang. Phenomenal. I like these Kung Fu students very much. I feel so safe when they are around me, especially when I'm not in conflict with them.
所以我们要再多买一份保险，对不对？我们坐在下面最近的地方，老是担心他那个枪会飞过来。
Phenomenal feeling. 哇，太精彩了！再次感谢我们北京来的中国的著名魔术师李宁先生、孙磊女士。我觉得呀，像咱们国家的这个大飞机项目，应该请魔术师来做总师。 Splendid performance. I'm always amazed and wonder how he can manage to hide so many things on his body. I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. I always struggle because they can find anything I try to hide from them. So before the performance, humble as I am, I asked our magician whether he could teach me some special techniques to hide stuff. Polite as he is, he said, with his working ethics, he's not allowed to talk about it. So with my physics background, I will continue with my research on how to hide stuff from my kids. It will be a lifelong journey. Our next program includes 3 pieces from the opera Turandot by Puccini. The story was set in ancient China, of course, Puccini's understanding of ancient China. Prince Calaf fell in love with the cold but beautiful Princess Turandot. To obtain permission to marry her, he had to solve 3 riddles. Perfect game for the Latern Festival, by the way. But if he failed, he would be executed to death. Not surprisingly, he passed all tests and won the heart of Turandot. Happy ending. It has to be. Because it was set in China, Puccini used a famous Chinese tune, the Jasmine Flower, in his opera. That will be the first piece sung by the Chicago Huaxing Children's Choir. It will be followed by another 2 soprano and tenor arias. The soprano aria is Signore Ascolta, My Lord, Listen to Me. The tenor aria is the famous Nessun Dorma, or in English, None Shall Sleep. It will be performed by Vanessa Liao and Mr. Tao Tong, two distinguished opera artists here in Chicago. So we will be enjoying European opera in America, performed by Chinese artists. What a combination. Isn't it what we really need today? A mutual understanding among the whole world. Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests and friends, this concludes our 2018 annual Latern Festival Performance Gala by the Chicago Huaxing Arts Group. On behalf of Linda Yang, June Yang, and all of our volunteers and performers, and on behalf of the entire Chicago Huaxing Arts Group, we thank you for your continuous support. With your support, we can now bring wonderful programs to our local communities. We look forward to seeing you again next year and see you at our many other great events throughout the year. Goodbye and have a good night.